Hello, IC family. This is Julie Koppler, and I'm coming from you from Decatur, Indiana. This is my husband Christopher, and tonight I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about how my day was today. I had a horrific day, and my poor husband here has to see me suffer through the day. And I thought it was good to put my husband on here with me because he has to see me live in this chronic state all the time. Today was rough. It's rough. And so I thought, we always see the women on here, but we never see spouses. I haven't seen any spouses together. And I thought this would be a good thing to show you how my husband feels about this chronic disease that we live with. And, maybe I can ask him, how does that make you feel?
It hurts me.
And, when he says it hurts him because today, we didn't really go anywhere and we were kind of bored. We were sitting at home playing cards and stuff. And I said, well, do you want to go for a drive or something? And then all of a sudden I was like, I'll be in the bathroom. And he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, no, I'm not okay. And this was when I'm trying to eat. And it's just not voiding and going to the bathroom. It's also with my bowels. And so I have a really long story, a really long past, but I won't get into that. Needless to say, I have been seeing a new doctor for some pain I've been experiencing on my left side. And I went and had an ultrasound done a couple weeks back ago. And guess what? There's nothing wrong with me. And tonight I'm on here because I'm angry, because I'm getting sick and tired of being told, Julie, this is a chronic illness. This is something that you are going to live with, something that you are going to have to deal with. Okay, so my spouse is 36 years old, and I'm 46 years old, and I can't hardly be intimate with this man. I'm going to be raw and real with you. Our intimate life is not what people think it is. They look at us and they probably say, oh, they're young, and they can just do whatever they want. No, we can't. And I take full responsibility for that, because it breaks my heart because I have to disappoint my husband. When I first found out 2 years ago that I had this, I went to my family and I told them about this, and then I have a couple sisters who also suffer with this, and I kept thinking, this is so wrong that people actually have to live this way, in agony and in pain, and can't be close to their spouses, intimately with their spouses. And then I think to myself, my friend Libby was on here the other night, and I saw the terror in her eyes, and I saw the fear in her. And I saw her crying and begging us to get on here and do these videos. And this is why I'm on here tonight. Because I've had such a horrific day today that it gets to the point where I hardly can't eat anything. I don't want to eat. I'm suffering in pain tonight. I don't want to be away from my house. It's not fair. The bathroom should not control our lives, but it does. And for me, at night, it's worse. When I'm getting up and I'm going to the bathroom 3, 4, 5, 6 times a night, I'm not sleeping. Oh, I don't have no hormones in my body either. A few years ago, I had a right ovary taken off. I had to have that off. And then I just found out a couple weeks ago that my left ovary is dead. So I have no hormones. And those hormones are not being replaced because in 2014, there's my backstory, I had a hysterectomy. And a week later, I was dying from a blood clot in my lung. And thank you, Lord Jesus, I survived that. 6 days in ICU. And countless things happened to me when I was in the hospital. And that I'll have to save for another video. But it was one of the most horrific things I've ever had to survive in my life. And now I'm still surviving. After I had the hysterectomy, I kept feeling really bad. I kept feeling like there was something in there, in there, like they left something in there, or, something was making me burn. And I kept telling my husband, something's wrong with me. Something's wrong with me. And you believed me, didn't you?
Yep.
So I'm like, what do I do? I would tell people my horror story. I would say, oh my gosh, you guys, I think they left something in me when they did the hysterectomy. I think they did something to me. And as time went on, it would hurt when I would pee. Pardon me for saying the word pee, but it would burn, it would hurt. I just felt misery. I finally found a family doctor in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I don't want to give any of these doctors' names out, but this man was really, really good to me. And he tried to do everything he could for me. And Chris was with me. Wasn't he a good doctor? He was a great doctor. He cared about me, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
So I went ahead and went to him, and he said, Julie, I think there's something more going on with you. I want you to go to an OB doctor. I had gone to an OB doctor, and this man found this problem out with me right away. Well, what happened was my poor husband had lost his job at the time, and we lost our health insurance, so I had to quit going and seeing this guy. And really, all he had done for me was like an installation, which that killed me. I can't do installations because they hurt and they burn. I couldn't sit down. I couldn't eat. I couldn't do anything. I just cried. Remember that? I had a terrible infection from it. So Julie decided that she was just going to shove it down and deal with it. For how many years? Probably up until this year. That was in 2016. And I decided that, you know what? I've just been told it's a chronic thing. And, diet and drink your water. And I've been doing that. But over the course of time, I told my husband, I'm like, that doesn't do any good. Because this pain is still here no matter what I eat. No matter what I eat. And I'm not saying it's every day, but I have my good days and I have my really bad days. So on the diet, drinking my water, sometimes you just, you have something and then you pay for it no matter what you eat. If you eat certain things that you're not supposed to have and you pay for it, you pay for it. I do anyway. I always pay for it one way or another. It doesn't matter. And so I decided, I was going to start taking really good care of myself. But we have always taken good care of ourselves. But we decided we were going to start doing, supplements and stuff like that. We were going to do, anything we could do naturally to help me along. But then there came a time when I told my husband, I said, I cannot deal with this anymore. I need help. I don't sleep at night. I'm up hours a night like I told you. So I finally found a decent doctor, which I thought they were good doctors. And guess what? The same thing now is happening to me again. I had an ultrasound for the pain that I've been having on my left side forever. And guess what I was told? Julie, there's nothing there, which I'm happy, thank God. But where is the pain coming from? If the ovary is dead, I have no hormones. Where is that pain coming from? I get on the IC page and I see things that people put on here. Don't we read stuff and it's horrid? Ask my husband. It's horrific, isn't it?
Yes.
Horrific. And I keep telling him, there are people on here who have this exact same pain that I do, and we get told, oh, there's nothing wrong with you. Well, I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm mad like Libby. I'm going to start standing up for myself. I'm going to start standing up for other people. And Libby, this is why I did this video. I did this video because you know what you said to me, Julie, if you want to do anything to help change, do this. And I'm doing this right now because I'm telling people, this is wrong. No one should have to suffer like this. We can't afford the medication. I can't afford it. I can't afford the extra $110 a month or whatever else I want to do. I can't afford it. It's very costly for, to have tests run and them say, oh, there's nothing wrong with you. Listen, educate yourself, doctors. Read up on this horrific, chronic, painful bladder syndrome that it just hurts us. There's been so many times I have been depressed and felt alone. And I just recently told my husband that. I said, there's days I don't want to get out of this bed. There's days that I just don't want to deal with people. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want anybody looking at me. I feel gross about myself. Today I've barely had anything to eat, and I'm bloated. And then I get told, oh, lose weight. Well, guess what? I have been doing that. I've been trying really hard. And you know what? I'm not moving. I'm not going anywhere. I exercise. I try to eat right. And guess what? Nothing's changing. So I need help. Libby needs help. Everybody else that I know in here needs help. And dang it, we're going to get the help that we deserve. I know that there's got to be a cure, just like we know that there's a cure for cancer, but the government doesn't want to, tell anything. But I just thank you all for watching my video, and God bless every single one of you. Night.